What's going on, you guys? It's your man James, aka JP, back again with another toy room review, and today we're taking a look at the brand new Space Jam A New Legacy figures. I want to say these are probably 5-inch figures. It doesn't really say anywhere, but if I had to guess, I'd say they're probably 5 inches. And these are made by Moose Toys. Now, I've never heard of this company. I mean, I'm sure that I have. I'm sure I've seen products from them, but right off the bat, the name doesn't ring a bell. But it's still really exciting to see new Space Jam figures. And I've said this in my past couple videos because we've had a lot of Space Jam themed videos lately, between the Space Jam Monopoly as well as the Space Jam Funko Pops, and now these figures. It's just a really exciting and nostalgic time. If you haven't checked those videos out, be sure to check those out. Those will be on the screen at the end of this video if you guys want to see that. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at the packaging really quickly. The packaging is going to be the same for all of them, so we'll just take a look at LeBron. So as you can see right here on the top, you can see it says Space Jam A New Legacy, and then you have obviously Bugs Bunny, Lola Bunny, and LeBron James right up there, and you can see the Moose logo right there. And then coming down here, you just get a giant open window that fully shows all the accessories and all the different action features. So LeBron has an attachable rocket as well as a launching rocket, and you can see it says LeBron James with the Acme Rocket Pack 4000. And then as we come to the back, you can see all the other figures from this wave as well as the other wave. So from this wave, I didn't pick up the LeBron James with the Acme B-Ball blocker just because I didn't need another LeBron figure, and I didn't really care for this all-star variant. It just looked very plain and very boring to me, but obviously we did pick up Marvin the Martian and Bugs Bunny. Now these are single packs, and then there are also these 2 packs available. You can see the Tasmanian Devil and the Brow, LeBron James and the White Mamba, LeBron James and Kronos, and Lola Bunny and Wet Fire. Now I really wanted to pick up these sets just so I can get Taz and Lola, and you know, I wouldn't mind having the villains either. But you get the same LeBron figure that you get in this pack right here. You get that same exact LeBron in the White Mamba pack as well as the Kronos pack. So I really didn't need 3 of the same LeBrons, and I didn't really want to pick up the Taz and Lola figures as well, just to have them, because I really didn't care about the villains all that much. I really just wanted the main characters from the Toon Squad. So I didn't pick these up. I left these behind, but that is the only way right now that you can get those figures, is in these 2 packs right here, which is very unfortunate. It will be interesting to see if they do come out in single packs later on down the line. But that is pretty much it for the packaging. So let's go ahead and get all these guys out of the packaging, and we'll take a closer detail look at them. Alright, you guys, and here are the figures out of the packaging. So we'll just go from left to right. So we'll take Marvin, kind of put him to the side, as well as LeBron. We'll put him to the side as well with his little accessory right here. And we'll start with, the basketball keeps rolling this way. We'll put it right there. Okay, so we'll start with none other than Bugs Bunny, which is my favorite of the Looney Tunes, and I'm sure he's a lot of people's favorite. So we'll take his accessory out really quickly, and we'll take a look at that accessory. So the accessory is this little like bazooka cannon right here that has this really long peg attached to a very small basketball, but you can see that right there. Now that really long peg just kind of goes into the front of the bazooka, like so, and this end sticks out. So in order to kind of shoot this out, you just use pressure. So you just push and it flies out. As you can see, we will demonstrate that one more time, get the camera to focus. So it kind of just clicks in place and you push. Oh, that didn't really seem to have clicked. Let's try that again. Let's see, there we go. So that clicked in place. You have to hear the little click, but once you do that, you press it out, it shoots, it fires, it just comes out of the back end right here. So that is kind of cool. It would have been nice to see just like a little button that you press, it kind of releases it instead of having to manually release it, but I'll just give you guys a quick shot of what that looks like. Well, that didn't really go that time. It's kind of hard, like you have to use some force. At this angle, it's not the easiest, but there you go. So it doesn't really do too much, to be honest with you, but it's a cool little feature to have. But putting that to the side and taking a look at Bugs, as you can see here, he looks really good. I actually really like how he looks. I think he looks like a good mix between like classic Bugs Bunny as well as like the new modern age version of Bugs right here. And then the Toon Squad jersey is actually done really nicely right there. Much cleaner than the Funko Pops version, so I do like that. Coming to the back, one thing that does suck is they are missing the numbers on the back. You can see it is just plain, but still really nice. And coming down here. So as far as articulation, it's really not anything to write home about. But the head can move left and right. The arms can go full 360, and that's about it. Like, they can go out, but they're not meant to. They're not articulated that way. So really, you just get the full 360. You do get a waist rotation, and then that's it. The feet don't really do anything. He does have peg holes on the feet, and I thought he might need it because I figured while he's holding the bazooka, he may be a little top heavy. As we kind of squeeze this in his hand, but no, he can hold it, and he holds it just fine, doesn't tip over anything, so that's really cool to see. Now another thing to note is he has a peg on this hand right here, and I'm just assuming that's because you can use the same accessory that comes with LeBron, and that's just a regular basketball, as I just dropped it. It's very small, and now I have to go find it. Okay, there we go. So it's just a small silver basketball, nothing special. It is actually pretty tiny, but I'm assuming that can peg into Bugs' hand as well, so let's go ahead and see. And yeah, so he can hold LeBron's basketball, so we'll take that off. And it is a silver basketball. Now, the Funko Pops also had a silver basketball, so I'm assuming that's some sort of power-up in the movie. But yeah, Bugs can use LeBron's accessory of the basketball, so that's pretty cool to have. Nice to see that they included that little peg with Bugs. Just very nice. So you get a little bit of cross-play right there. But there is Bugs Bunny, so we'll take him, put him to the side, and now we'll take a look at none other than Mr. LeBron James himself. So here is LeBron with his one of his accessories, and that is this Acme jetpack. Now, one thing to note, he is meant to hold it in this hand, but in this hand he can't really hold it because he has that peg for the basketball. But we'll go ahead and take this off. It just ports into his back with this little peg right there. And we'll take a quick look at that really quickly. So it's just really nice. It's just done in silver with red, and you have the black handles and whatnot, but it looks pretty cool. This also has an action feature, so this little rocket right here actually shoots off, as you can see with this long peg right here. So as we just go ahead, press it, yeah. So you have to really use some force. Probably if you flick it, it's better. There we go. Okay, so if you flick it, wow, that actually went really far. So if you flick it, we'll try one more time. You actually do get quite a bit more. Okay, yeah, so that worked really well, and I have to go find that too. Okay, so today is crazy. I got things flying all over the place, things falling. Anyways, we'll put that accessory to the side really quickly and take a closer look at LeBron, because he is actually done very, very nicely. So we'll go ahead and angle the camera and zoom in because he is a little small, but as you can see, that head sculpt actually looks really, really good. It really does look like LeBron. It is very glossy for some reason. You can see just like the lights reflecting off of it and whatnot. But yeah, it looks really good. It's a really, really solid head sculpt of LeBron James. Like, you look at it, you can instantly recognize that that is LeBron. Now, one thing I will say when you're picking this out in the store is take a look at the head sculpt and make sure that the beard, you get the best one that you can. Because I have seen ones where the beards are hardly even filled in with paint. And you can, just like the Funko Pop one, you can see paint missing on the beard. So this was the best one. This whole beard came out pretty solid, but there was ones where the beard was not painted very well at all. Looking at the hair, that looks really good as well. You can see a bunch of texture and whatnot in the hair, which I really like. There's the open peg hole right here where you port the jetpack into. And then here's the jersey, again looking really solid. I really love the colors on here. Everything just pops and it's painted really nicely. Then you have his sleeve right here. No tattoos or anything, which kind of sucks. You have his armband. And then, of course, the shorts right here. And there are some nice little wrinkles sculpted in there, too. Very subtle, but very, very nice. Then you, of course, have the leg sleeves and the shoes, which are just some generic shoes, nothing special. They're kind of like this dark red color. And then that is it. He also, like I mentioned with Bugs, has a peg right here on his hand right there to hold the basketball. And it's the basketball we took a look at already. So just port that in right there, and now there's LeBron holding the basketball. It is funny how much bigger the basketball is than his actual head. That actually looks kind of funny. But then to go ahead and go over the articulation really quickly, he has far better articulation than Bugs does. I said Buzz for some reason. He has far better articulation than Bugs does. So let's go ahead and take a look. So the head can move left and right, and you don't really get any down movement, but he can look up, which is really nice. The arms can do a full 360. They can also go out pretty far, and then you can have a single bend right here at the elbow. And the wrists do not swivel on this hand, but let's see about this hand. So this hand does swivel, but this hand does not, which I guess that makes sense since you have the basketball in this hand. You don't have anything in the torso. The legs can basically just kick up all the way like that into a sitting position. And you have a single joint at the knee right there, and you also have a swivel at the knee, And then that is it for the legs. So nothing crazy, but much better than Bugs. So you can do a little bit more posing with LeBron. Again, you're not going to get anything too dynamic, but it is still nice to see. And in order to port that jetpack in, we're just going to go ahead, stick it right into his back like so. And then these arms can rotate up to make it easier when putting on. And then you can just fold them down like so. And then, like I mentioned earlier, that this hand right here is meant for this jetpack. You can see it's in the gripping motion, and it gets on like that. If the camera would focus, what is happening today? There we go. So you can, I'll demonstrate that one more time. So you just go ahead and slide that in like so. There you go. And then, like I mentioned earlier, this hand is an open hand, so you can pose it to where it looks like he's holding it, but he won't actually be gripping it or anything like that. So it does kind of suck, but it works. So there you go. There is Mr. LeBron James. So put him to the side and take a look at Marvin the Martian. So here is Marvin the Martian right here. So we'll take a look at his accessory really quickly, and that is nothing but a simple blaster right here, done in red with green, but it still looks very nice. So we'll put that to the side, and he comes on this little vehicle right here, a little spaceship type of thing, which looks awesome. It would have really been cool to have some sort of little like peg here to have a flight stand just to make it hover. I think that would be really cool. Although with the little feet right here at the right angle, you could make it look like it is hovering, depending how you take your pictures or whatever. Or you can even probably just Photoshop this the bottom legs out and make it look like it's hovering. So that's really cool. But we'll take a look at the spaceship by itself. So it's just done in gray plastic, and you have gold accents as well as dark gray accents all around. And you have a little peg right there for Marvin to stand on, and the little handlebars right there. There you go. So done really nicely. I really do like this. And then Marvin himself is right here, and he looks great. Has very little to basically no articulation in him whatsoever, but he looks great. I mean, the details on here are amazing. The colors are nice and bright and vibrant. They really pop. But as far as articulation, the head can move left, the head can move right. It's on a ball joint, so you can move it, tilt it up and down. Then the arms can move forward and down, only about that much. And that is it. He has like this little swivel in the legs, but also if you hold the legs, the little skirt piece that he wears also swivels, and then if you hold all of that, his upper torso will swivel. So they're all kind of connected. So in order to get them to move separately, you have to hold pieces in order to get that to work. But either way, you don't really need too much articulation for him, and he does have peg holes on the bottom of the feet, obviously, so he can stand on here. And then you can also pose him holding the blaster like so. He has a little bit of a loose grip on it, but it does work, and it does look really nice. So I like the way that looks right there. And then you can take the blaster out and just port him in here. So I find it easiest to just have him grip the handlebars first, like so, and then try and line up the peg on the bottom. It is a little tricky to line it up perfectly, but there you go. Just a little finagling and you can get it to work. And there he is flying the spaceship, so that looks really nice. I do want to pose him with the blaster though, so I may do like maybe one hand like this or something. I'm not really sure exactly how I'm gonna get it to work, but I do want to pose him with the blaster, so I'll figure that out once I decide what shelf I'm gonna put them on and how I'm gonna display them and whatnot. But there is Marvin the Martian. Alright you guys, so there's my review of the brand new Space Jam A New Legacy figures by Moose or Moose Toys, I'm not really sure. These figures are pretty cool. They're nothing spectacular, and they're definitely not collector figures by any means, but they are some really nice basic figures, and I do really like them, and it is really nostalgic to have brand new Space Jam figures coming out in the year 2021. Now, obviously, these are based on the new movie, but either way, it's still, you know, really nostalgic, because when Space Jam originally came out, I was a kid. I don't remember when the toys were out or even playing with the toys back in the day, so it is just really cool to have them out now and being able to collect them. I would like to see a vintage Space Jam line come out by somebody. Hopefully some toy line can figure out a way to get that done, but I think that would be really cool to see. But as far as these figures, they look great. The articulation isn't anything crazy, but again, they're just basic figures. They are definitely fun and meant for kids, and I really do enjoy them, and I can't wait to get these on the shelf. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Also, be sure to follow me on Instagram. That link will be in the description down below. And also be sure to check out all my other Space Jam videos that are popping up on the screen for you guys to click on in any second. So that's pretty much it for me. I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. So as always, guys, stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.